Myself, Nimisa J. Patel, Assistant Professor in Electrical Department of Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. I deliver a video lecture on Indian Constitutions. Today we learn about the chapter number 4, Fundamental Duties and its legal status. In this chapter we will learn introduction, Article 51A, Fundamental Duties and legal status of fundamental duties. First, introduction. Part 4 of the Indian Constitution deals with fundamental duties. As of now, there are 11 fundamental duties. Okay, fundamental duties and rights are both the side of coin. Means we talk about the fundamental rights, that times we also remember our duties. Okay, originally the Constitution of India did not contain these duties. Fundamental duties were added by 42nd and 86th Constitutional Amendment Acts. In 42nd and 86th Constitutional Amendment Acts added the fundamental duties, and fundamental duties are applicable only to citizens and not to the aliens. Okay, fundamental duties are applicable only to Indian citizens. India has borrowed the concept of fundamental duties from the Russian. Okay. Now, citizens are morally obligated by the Constitution to perform these duties. However, like the directive principles, these are unjustifiable without any legal sanctions in case of their violation or non-compliance. Article 51A. In Article 51A, describe the fundamental duties. It shall be the duty of our citizen of India. The 11 duties. In 11 duties, first is to abide by the Constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, the national flag and the national anthem. Okay. All Indian citizens are respect its ideals, its institutions, and our national flag and our national anthem. Our national flag is don't throw anywhere. Okay, we always respect our national flag is our fundamental duties, and also we respect the national anthem. Whenever the national anthem is singing, that times we also all stand that place, okay, and respect our national anthem. To cherish and follow the noble ideals which inspired our national struggle for freedom. Our noble ideals, Gandhiji, Sardar Vallabhbhai, Bhagat Singh, etc. Our freedom fighter. We all follow their ideals and respect them because they all are struggles for our freedom. To uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. We always protect the unity and integrity of India. We can't discrimination between the citizens on any basis. We protect them and we live with each other peacefully and unity. Okay, to defend the country and render national service which called upon to do so. We defend the country and render national service national service, we can't damage them. To promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistics, and religional or sectional diversities, to renounce practice derogatory to the dignity of woman. Our duty is what is? Spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people. Okay? Non discrimination in the people. Brotherhood, we develop the brotherhood amongst all the people of Indian, any religions people, any languages, in any caste of people. Okay? And always respect of women. 6. To value the preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. Our rich heritage of our composite culture we preserve and value. Okay, don't damage them. To protect and improve the natural environment including forest, lakes, rivers and wildlife, and to have a compassion for a living creatures. We have a great natural environment. Okay, we have a forest, lakes, rivers, wildlife. We all protect them and try to improve our forest. Don't cut trees. Okay, and don't damage in a wildlife, lakes, rivers, forest and also living creatures. To develop the scientific temper, humanism and the spirit of inquiry reform. Always develop scientific temper and humanism and spirit of inquiry and reform. We all try to develop. To safeguard public property and to abjure violence. We as an Indian citizen, we all protect the public property, don't damage them. Okay, and to abjure violence. To strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity so that the nation constantly rises to higher level of endeavor and achievement. All excellence of all individuals are made and develop our nations so that times the nation is constantly rises and goes higher level and we have achievement some goals. To provide opportunities for education by the parent, the guardian to his child or a ward between the age of 16 to 14 years as the case may be. Okay, all parents provide the opportunity of education to her or his child between the age of 6 to 14 years. The fundamental legal status of fundamental duties. Now, the fundamental duties have been incorporated into the Constitution to remind every citizen that they should not only be conscious of their rights but also of their duties. We don't concentration only our rights. but also of our duties. Okay. The fundamental rights in part 3, the directive principles of state policy in part 4, and the fundamental duties in part 4 form a compendium and have to be read together. All fundamental duties are given in part 3, directive principles of state policy in part 4, and fundamental duties in part 4 form, okay, in a Indian constitutions. Okay, we read together. It is true that there is no legal sanctions provided for a violations or non-performance of fundamental duties. Okay, there is a no legal sanctions in violations or non-performance of fundamental duties. If you don't follow the fundamental duties, that times we have not sanctions provided. Okay, legal sanctions not provided, but we understand about our duties and follow our fundamental duties. There is a neither specific provision for enforceability nor any specific prohibitions. However, fundamental duties have an inherent element of compulsion regarding compliance. It is said that by their nature it is not practicable to enforce the fundamental duties, and they must be left to the will and inspiration of the citizens. Now, however, in the case of citizen holding public office, each and all fundamental duties can be enforced by suitable legislation and departmental rules of conduct. Okay, in case of citizens holding holding a public office, we follow the each and all fundamental duties. Okay, all and departmental rules of conduct. Appropriate sanctions can be provided for the lapse in respect of each fundamental duty, and it is quite practicable to enforce the sanctions against every citizen holding a public office. For instance, departmental promotions can be deferred, increments can be withheld, etc. If an officer takes part in a strike or sells that proceeding of his institution, he can be made to forego the salary for that day. If the officer take part in a strike, that time he or she proceeding of their institution and made to forego for the salary of that day. For the proper enforcement of duty, it is necessary that it should be known to all. Okay, it is necessary that our duty, what is our duties, we should be known to all our duties. This should be done by a systematic and intensive education of people, that is by publicity or by making it a part of education. And this duties known to all citizens, fundamental duties is known by all citizens, and this done by a systematic and intensive education of people, and is by publicity and by making it a part of a education. When fundamental duties are a part of education, that times we know about the fundamental duties. Now in MC Mehta versus Union of India, the Supreme Court has held that under Article 51A, Part G, it is the duty of the central government to introduce compulsory teaching of lessons at least for 1 hour in a week on a protection and improvement of the natural environment in all the education institutions of the country. All our country, central government to introduce compulsory teaching of lessons of for a protection and improvement of the natural environment, and this lesson is at least for a 1 hour in a week in all education system, all education institutions of our country. In AIMS Students Union versus AIMS, the Supreme Court said that fundamental duties are equally important like fundamental rights. Okay, fundamental duties are same equally importance like fundamental rights. So in starting I say that fundamental, we will know about our fundamental duties. Okay, when we talk about fundamental rights, that times we also talk about our fundamental duties. Don't forget our fundamental duties. The duties addressed to the citizens without any legal sanctions for their violations. The citizen should keep in mind that he owes the duties specified in Article 51A to the state, and if he does not care for the duties, he does not deserve the rights. Of course, the duties as such are not legally enforceable in court of law. But if a law has been made to prohibit any act or conduct in violation of the duties, it would be a reasonable restriction on the relevant fundamental rights. Okay. What is say for Article 15A to the state, and if he does, all citizens keep in mind that the duties specified in Article 15(1)(a) to the state, and if he does not care for the duties, he does not deserve the rights. Okay, when we forget our duties, so we forget the rights also. Okay, the duties as such are not legally enforceable in the court of law. Court of law does not say that you follow the duties, but if a law has been made to prohibit any act or conduct in violation of the duties, it would be a reasonable restriction on the relevant fundamental rights. Okay, when we don't follow our duties, we make the violation in to follow in our duties, that times Supreme Court of Law take a restriction on the relevant fundamental rights. However, the fundamental duties are not enforceable by mandamus or any other legal remedy. Since the fundamental duties are not addressed to the state, a citizen cannot claim that he must be properly equipped by the state so that he may perform his duties under Article 51A. Okay, so we say the duties and rights are the side of our coin. Questions: what is the fundamental duties? Second is, how many duties are there in Indian Constitution? In which article fundamental duties are described? Write the fundamental duties. Who said that fundamental duties are equally important like fundamental rights? Now, fundamental rights in part blank, the directive principles of the state policy in part blank, and fundamental duties in part blank forms a compendium and have to be read together. Thank you.